this video, you will see how to use a 3-barrel curling iron step by step and what temperature to choose for different hair types and how to get long-lasting waves without frizz. I will show you how I'm using a 3-barrel curling iron and how to create beach waves and voluminous texture hair. In this video, I am using a 3-barrel curling iron. More information about this curling iron you can see on a different video what I posted before. I will attach the link for this video and you can see and get more information about this tool. I always start my work from preparation of hair. I use usually heat protectant and I use some hydration on a blondie hair. Right now I start to create sectioning. In this video I start from a back, but if you beginners and you not sure about timing, I recommend you start to create waves from a face, from a sides, close to face. It give you more time to create more properly well waves close to your face. And after that you can use bigger sectioning on a back and it will give you more confident with timing. What I'm doing, I create sectioning on a 2 fingers size because my barrel has 19 millimeters size and it's around close to my diameter of my 2 fingers. To create it more clear, I use volume up waxing spray and I'm using some hairspray to create more clean strands. Your strand has to be totally dry after using any sprays, any products for hair before using hot tools. When my strand's totally dry, I can start to create curling. Here you have to understand what direction you need to choose for your strands, not going up, not in the middle. You need to put your strands in a direction to floor. Will give you more clean strands, more clean curling. Pay attention how I close the parts of the curling iron. When I press in first, I wait around 6-10 seconds and after that I open 2 parts wide and moving a little bit down. Try to connect first and second pressing together. First barrel has to be on a place where was my last barrel in the previous step. We have to connect it properly and not breaking pattern. How you see on the first strings, close to the head. If you press your curling iron a little bit horizontally, it will create creasing part. On the back it doesn't matter, but when you start to create curling on the top, I will show you how to do it properly, make it clean. I hold the curling iron a little bit longer on the strands close to the roots and less on the ends, because ends usually more drier than all of strands. And now I use the volume up, and how you see, you can spray it on strands and use this comb. It creates for you more volume and more textured hair. If you don't want it, you can use just wax spray and use your fingers to separate these strands to the small parts, and after that use hairspray. It will give you the less of volume. On the second side of head, I will show you second part without using combing. And here when I spray the hair, I going strength a little bit up and let it dry, and you see when it's going down after drying it's more voluminous. Personally, I like more texture without combing, but in this situation I prepare all of head to some hairstyle. It's like basic curling for a lot of different hairstyles, and I will show it in the next video. And for me it doesn't matter now if it will be volume or less volume. Now in fashion industry more popular the texture will look like wet hair. For this you have to use this triple barrel and use just your fingers to create a sectioning and separate some sectioning from all strengths. And right now I show again when you make sectioning, just make sure you stand behind your strengths and your strength direction not on a high level, and you use position of curling iron and your strengths how it will be in your hairstyle. And of course if you don't want to use hairspray and use just this barrel and don't use any wax spray before curling, your strands will be more fluffy. To create more sleek and more properly well strands, you need to use before some wax spray or hairspray and properly combing after use it and dry after use it. And here on the back we can put our curling iron not too close to your head. When I close the curling iron, you need to understand the strengths will be short a little bit. Has to be very careful use close to your head and avoid the burning. And here I will show you if you use the barrel on the opposite side when the clip under strengths. You can use it as well, but you see close to your roots it's some breakage pattern, and if you use curling iron in this position it will give you on the top not properly well, not beautiful viewing. In my opinion, much better when you use clipper on the top. Look at this, how shiny is it? Because we use hairspray and it looks more shiny, more properly well curled. And the most important part of our hairstyle, this is top of our head. Here I leave some small strands to help me cover all of imperfection. Pay attention on strands what you curling close to the visible part, to the top. How you see I close the clipper more carefully and make a movement of curling iron in a direction to my body. It helped me to create more volume. On the second side I'm making a little bit less of volume just to show you how different strengths look like if you curling up or when you curling down. This one more texture, more volume, and second one looks more sleek. And finally it's time to create our strengths on a top. What I recommend to turn a little bit head down and pay attention how I will clip the curling iron. I open it wide, carefully put strength to the curling iron. I just turn it around to my way, and just after this I close it, and it will give me possibility not make crease line. And here be more carefully and make a direction of pattern. And when we finish making top, we'll start to create sides. And I want to answer the most asking question, which temperature to use for curling iron. Of course it's a lot of information online, but for myself I use just easy way. If it's normal natural hair, I use 400 Fahrenheit. If it's damaged blonde hair, I use 340, the highest, and the lowest it's 320, not lower. Of course, very good if you have time to create a testing strength. Usually we do it on a back under all of hair, and we can understand what temperature working perfectly. And now you can see how two sides of hair looks differently. One side has more volume and fluffy texture, and another one has more slickness, more pattern look. Which one do you like more? It's your own decision. It depends what kind of style do you want to create. On the end of this texture, I decide I like more sides dividing. Usually we make a teasing close to the roots, and after that we can spray hairspray and use after hairspray blow dryer on a cold mode, and it helps us to create hold and make more stronger fixation, and how to prevent dividing. And right now I finish texturizing, and my doll ready for some few next hairstyles, and it will be half up half downs, 3 variation of hairstyle from this texture. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate your attention, and please subscribe and like my video. It helped me to understand what my content is interesting for you.